What they yelling? Straight up. Podcast straight up. What they yelling? Straight up. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up.
Terrence Mitchell Beats.
Just give it to 'em raw, yeah, just like that. Go ahead and spit bars while you tip that hand. I ain't never seen a podcast like that, cause I built it from scratch, every part, no cap. But straight up, it can't be duplicated. It's too sophisticated, specifically designed to make your broad crave it. Every morning waiting, in anticipation. They love the high cheekbones in that conversation. He goes deep. They supposed to be at work, but twerking in AC. Work for me. Straight up. Oh, you got live guests? Yeah. Absolutely. The best topics, buddy. All the ones that's juicy. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. Affirmations, wake them up. Wake them up. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. I spit bars and wake them up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Just give it to 'em raw. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Just give it to 'em raw. Just give it to 'em raw. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Hey, Miss Sharita, how you doing, young lady? How you doing? Listen, today, it's a bittersweet day because I was awakened to a bunch of bad news. People contacted me. Shout out to Keisha Clark, Casey Clark. She was one of the driving forces behind me even going to school. She was the one who told me about a whole media school. She was the one who pushed me to pursue my dreams. And it's crazy because we had a relationship that most people ain't know about. Like, we was friends for a long time. Love her mama, love her sister, love, her son. Listen, I just love them all. And I was wondering, like, how in the world do people even know that we was cool? Because I'm like, we didn't disclose that. We both Geminis. We never really told people the things that we do, how we rock, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I went to her page, and lo and behold, the only thing she had pinned to her post for her page was the show we did together. And hey, Miss Crystal, how you doing, young lady? And to see that, it's like a gift and a curse at the same time, because we had so many plans to do other things. But rest in heaven, Casey Clark. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know one thing she would want is for me to blow this show up. So now I'm going to go even harder. So y'all know how we do every single morning. The show starts off. Positive affirmations, baby. Positive affirmations, that's right. Every single day, I'm going to start the show off with positive affirmations. And today will be no different. Listen, how many of y'all are going through things emotionally? How many of y'all need some emotion affirmations to help you out this morning? Huh? Well, you came to the right place. We call them Scraightup Affirmations, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I am attracting joy into my life. I am superior to negative thoughts and low actions. I master my emotions by changing my thoughts. I will control my emotions. I always keep my emotions in check. I am in control of my emotions at all time. I am honest with my feelings. I am in touch with my feelings and nurture those which elevate my being. I focus on peaceful thoughts. See, some of y'all, the reason why you can't never get through a day or good things don't never come to you because you always focus on the negative things. And we got to learn to focus on the peaceful things. We call them straight up affirmations, baby. Let's go. I know how to stay cool in stressful situations. I will monitor my moods at all times. I can and will express my emotions. I am in command of all of my emotional responses. Look at yourself. Tell yourself no, that your feelings are valid. I will not lose control of my emotions. Controlling my emotions is becoming easier and easier because I do it daily. I am transforming into someone who is naturally calm and collected. Controlling my emotions will improve my life. Feeling calm is normal for me. I think about how my actions will affect how I feel. I always think before I act. I am allowed to feel angry, to feel sad or upset at times. How I am feeling is absolutely normal. Whenever I encounter anger, I respond with love. Yeah, that's right. Y'all better spit these positive affirmations, baby. The emotional rants of others will never affect my positive mood. See, some of y'all will let 3 minutes of negativity disrupt your whole entire day. Y'all gotta learn to not let the actions of others affect your positivity. My emotions serve me well. Every failure can be a learning experience. I practice elevating my emotions whenever I can. I take full responsibility for my feelings and my actions. I always take time to process my feelings. My emotional responses to certain situations are always appropriate. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. Y'all better wake up and spit these positive affirmations. Some of y'all, that's the reason why your day's always bad, because you never do anything positive. I have full confidence in my emotional judgment. My emotions will be manageable. I will acknowledge my emotions. I pick up on mood changes in myself and in others. I am aware of the feelings of those around me. I can reason with my emotions. My emotions are under control. I manage my feelings. I regulate the emotions of my peers. I respond appropriately to my emotions. I accurately interpret the emotions of others. I am aware that my feelings are the result of my current thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. I am the author of how I feel. I know what my triggers are and how to respond accordingly. I allow myself to experience each emotion to the fullest. Y'all better wake up and spit these positive affirmations. Yeah. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? How y'all feeling this morning? How are y'all feeling this morning? Because today gonna be one hell of a topic, and I promise you, I'm not holding back, not one bit. Okay, so somebody gotta tell the truth, and it might as well be Josh.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give us the truth, buddy.
You damn right, I'm gonna give y'all the truth. We all have heard those typical lines, we gotta break the curse. How many people actually do it? When you ask a question like that, you hear this. One of the biggest things that we need to address and break is toxic religion. Yeah, I said it. I'm not playing with y'all. Toxic religion. See, the black church is supposed to be a beautiful thing. It's supposed to be somewhere where we go and get healing and etc., etc., etc. But have you ever seen the show Greenleaf? Yeah, I said it. I'm not playing with y'all. See, if you've never seen the show Contradiction of Faith, you can check it out on Amazon. They talk about how the black church was designed to basically brainwash and control people. Now, I understand that everybody got their own beliefs and all of that, and that's cool. You have a right to believe in what you believe in. But it's a whole different ball game when you talk about the black church. Do y'all know that the black community goes to church more than any other ethnicity? That's right. And 80% of the black church is black women. See, some of the things that are taught in the church are good. But a lot of it is brainwashing and manipulation. They tell you, go ahead and pray. God will fix it. But you can't pray and then do nothing else. See, a lot of it, we go to church more than anybody else, but we're also the most poverty-stricken out of the rest of them. There's one common denominator in that. See, if you truly read the Bible, you will find out that faith without works is dead. But all they ever tell you to do is have faith. They don't never tell you to actually go out there and work. Ooh-wee. I'm about to hurt some feelings today, and I don't care. I am about to hurt some feelings today, and I absolutely do not care. Some of y'all will swear by the Bible. You will swear by the church. Some of y'all will go in there, spend your last dime for the church. And that's okay because God's going to take care of it, right? Newsflash, just saying, sometimes you got to do it yourself. Yeah, I know. Y'all thought I wasn't going to have no dope video to help me break down these bars? You are absolutely wrong. You are absolutely wrong. I got something for y'all today. And a lot of y'all not going to like me, but it's okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, it's your girl Ama, and I am back with another video. Today's video is very important for me to make, and before you unsubscribe, just hear me out. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways toxic black church culture actually hurts black people and black women in particular. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. I am Ama Aya, also known as the Do Less Doula. I teach women how to actually do less, live more, and birth a life of ease and abundance. I'm a conscious living coach, and I teach you how to use your time of rest and healing to really create and manifest a life that you desire and deserve. So if that is something that you would be interested in, please hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, like this video so that more people can see it, and share a comment in the comment section. And so let's jump right in. And so before we get started with 5 ways toxic Black church culture actually harms Black people and Black women in particular. Now, mind you, every Black church is not like this. I want you to understand that this is not to bash religion. This is not to attack the fact that you may be religious. That's not what this video is about, but we just want to critically analyze something that actually, in my opinion, harms many Black communities. I just want to do a really quick rundown of the history of the Black church. So the history of the Black church has a very warm and sacred place in my heart. Why? Because as enslaved African Americans, we were unable to read and write. And so the church is really where we got our sense of self. It's where we got our information. It was our CNN, our 1010 wins, where we were able to come, get upliftment in terms of our situation, and then hear ways or hear things that were being done to actually get out of slavery. So a lot of grassroots movements came through the Black church, such as the abolitionist movement, the suffrage movement. So movements began in the Black church and then they spilled out into society, and that's really how the Black church became the pillar of Black life, the pillar of our existence, because we needed it in order to gain information and to strategically make plans on how we can better our situation. So now I'm going to fast forward to 2022 and the toxic culture that now exists in many Black churches, which turns off people such as myself and a lot of the younger generation. There's a whole movement now to divest from religion and divest from these places of worship. Number one, the first way that toxic Black church culture hurts us is it makes us lazy. And what do I mean by that? Because that can be a trigger. It reinforces slave mentality by making us believe that we don't have the power to change our lives right now. In church always teaches us that something is outside of our personal control. And toxic Black church culture always has you praying. Just pray about it. God can change everything. God can heal all things. And I think what really got me is that I would come to church and I would see people basically praying for the same thing for decades. But the reason that I call this toxic is because we all have power. We have individual power to connect directly with our Creator, to change our situation in real time. We are always waiting for tomorrow. When you die, you're going to get your mansion in heaven. Why do we have to wait to get a mansion in heaven when we can get a mansion right here on earth, right now? If that
Yeah, see, so many, and there's nothing wrong with believing, right? If you choose to believe whatever you wish to believe, that is your right. But why do you have to wait? Like the way that she breaks this down, impeccable.
that's something that you really want, why do you feel you need to hold on to a struggle lifestyle on earth just to be rewarded with your mansion in heaven? What that does to us is that keeps us in a belief state that we don't deserve these things on earth. We have to wait until we die to get the things that we deserve. Other races of people enjoy this in the here and now, but we are told in toxic Black church culture that we need to wait in order to obtain a life of ease, a life of abundance, a life of great joy, a life where our cup is running over with blessings. Why? Why do we have to wait? The poverty mindset is just kind of like woven throughout this whole thing. And it really puts people in a place of learned helplessness. Like they cannot help themselves out of a situation. Number two, and the second way that toxic Black church culture actually harms Black people, it lies to vulnerable people. And this is the prosperity doctrine. Prosperity doctrine basically tells us that the more we give is the more God will bless us. And so you will see lots of poor people giving money that they don't have because the pastor has told them that it's going to be in their giving that they're going to get something. And people get very emotional with this, and they're in a belief state that the more that they give something, they're going to get this house or they're going to get this car. The conversation around getting your house or getting your car should not be how much money you give to the church, but there should be conversations around financial literacy.
Yeah, see, you can't just expect something to fall into your lap. If you believe, that's cool, but it's not going to just fall into your lap. You can't just say, I want this, so I'm going to pray, and God going to give it to me. Because this people been waiting for ages for God to give it to them.
What a FICO score is, understanding your debt to income ratio, knowing how late payments actually negatively harm your ability to qualify for a mortgage. Instead of any of that happening, week after week, people are getting the message that if they just continue to give more, they're going to get all these things. And so many of these churches just breadcrumb congregants, lets them believe that just coming there every week and praying is going to change their situation without actual actions. Faith without works is dead. Number three, a third way that toxic Black church culture actually harms Black people is that there is no critical thinking. Critical thinking is actually frowned upon. Because I remember being a little girl and saying to myself, like, how did this boat hold all these people, all these animals, all these things? How did this happen? And the response is always, you don't question God. If you have an inability to critically think, how can you strategically plan to dismantle racism, to dismantle white supremacy, to dismantle social conditions that keep us down? How can you do that? Because if you cannot critically think, you cannot analyze information, synthesize that information, and strategically implement that information in order to obtain a better life. Number four, the fourth way that toxic Black church culture actually hurts Black people is that the judgment, the toxic judgment. And
listen, I am 42 years old, and I grew up in the church. And it wasn't until I got older where I actually started to notice things. But most times, this is not everybody, but most times the people that are in the church, or especially in the leadership positions, are the most judgmental people you can ever meet in your life. Or if you don't do this, you going to hell, or you a heathen, or you didn't know. Look, ooh-wee. Lady Lee is in the building. I'm not playing with y'all today. I'm not holding no punches. And the crazy part is, the same ones in the church, yeah. The same ones that are in the church be doing the most when they're not in church. Oh, shit. Yeah, I said it. Y'all literally be holier than thou on Sunday, but dumpster juice Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, talk to him.
I'm not playing with y'all today. Y'all will be in the club the night before, sucking and ucking in the parking lot at Walmart after you got drunk. You just been twerking. You just been smoking weed, smoking, drinking, doing everything under the sun. But then you will turn around and walk up to somebody who doesn't go to church, and you will judge them for every single thing they do. What? Somebody gotta say it. It might as well be me. I ain't here to come to play with y'all. I don't never come to play. Y'all literally will judge, and the sad part is, I'm going to say it. Have you ever seen the show Greenleaf? Have you ever seen the show Saints and Sinners? See, if you watch these shows, they ain't just get that from out of nowhere. They didn't just wake up and randomly. No, these are the types of things that we all have witnessed in churches. Deacon Smith is smashing the first lady. The pastor is licking coochie in the back in his office. Pastor Wilson.
Yeah, talk to him.
Yeah. I don't come to play with y'all, ever. I don't never come to play with y'all. And y'all will literally belittle every person, judge every person. And I'm telling you, the person who usually the most judgmental, their lives is usually 10 times worse than yours. Y'all will believe any and everything that they say at that pulpit. I told you before, I gave you the numbers. You can Google it yourself. Black folk, the black community attends church more than anybody else, more than any other ethnicity. And we're also the most poverty stricken. Most of y'all is handing your money over to the pastors in the congregation. They taking that money and living good lives. And you sit here and they tell you God gonna give you yours. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. So you taking my money and doing what you do, going on trips, living the good life. God ain't even giving you your money. I am. But I'm supposed to wait for mine. I'm supposed to pray and wait for God to. I never come to play with y'all. Bar after bar after. Hey, Lady Lee know what them bars is. She be spitting bars after bars after bars. I never come to play with y'all. But this video go even deeper. And wait till I put my guests on here. We not playing with y'all. I don't never come to play with y'all. Let's go.
Hierarchy. And so this toxic judgment that is really picking and choosing what we don't like and what we consider a sin, to me, is very exclusionary. The fifth way that toxic black church culture harms black people, it keeps generations of black women single for two reasons. One, they give you this totally unrealistic partner that you are supposed to be
I see you, Amelie.
God for. So every time this woman brings a potential date to the church to meet her pastor, he's never good enough, because even if he ticks everything in the box, he's gainfully employed, he loves his mama, he treats people well, he takes care of his children if he has children. Oh, but he's not saved. And then if he is saved, oh, but he doesn't go to church every Sunday. He doesn't speak in tongues. Oh, you unequally yoked. All this stuff has kept generations of black women single. Why? Black women are free labor most of the time at their church. People are coming to clean the church. People are coming to feed the kids. People are coming to put things in boxes. It's a whole ecosystem.
Hey, listen. I can't even, listen. I don't even want to watch this by myself. Let me go ahead and bring Miss Millie in the building.
The black church.
What's up, honey? How you feeling this morning? You got to turn your microphone on. You got to turn your microphone on.
There we go. I'm great. How are you?
Hey, man, listen. You like Lois Lane. Like, you don't. You like Lois Lane. You just poof. Right? Looking all dapper and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's up with you?
You got to dress the part.
This is very true. This is very true. Are you hearing what this young lady is saying right now?
Yeah, I even watched it before the show when you sent it to me. I watched the whole thing, and she's definitely speaking fast.
Hey, listen. I'm about to replay it. Look, Lady Lee done ran over to YouTube. She done ran over to YouTube. Hey, so Millie, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. And as she's talking, if you want to say something, just do this so I know, and I pause it.
Okay.
little girl and saying to myself, like, how did this boat hold all these people, all these animals, all these things? How did this happen? And the response is always, you don't question God. If you have an inability to critically think, how can you strategically plan to dismantle racism, to dismantle white supremacy, to dismantle...
I already knew what I was in. That's why I said it. I already knew what I was in for. I was like, she gonna go off.
Yeah, because you already know, like, that's a big thing that I do not like about not only Christianity, but a lot of organized religions. They don't give you the opportunity to think freely for yourself. It's always like, oh, don't question God, or, you got to follow with blind faith. And to me, right there, that shows me that a lot of people are not self-aware, because I wouldn't join any movement that is not allowing me to think, a movement or a cult that is like, oh no, just do what we say. Don't think for yourself. To me, that's immediately a red flag. Imagine if you met someone in the dating world and you were asking them questions and they're like, no, 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 don't question me. No, just go with the flow. Do what I say. You'd be like, what the hell? So because they tied this to God, they tied the Bible to the word of God, people are like scared, literally fearful to question it. And I feel like that stems from slavery. Back in slave times, it was like, oh, obey your master, don't ask any questions. And so that fear has been passed down generations to generation. So now, when you ask Big Mama about anything that has to do with God, she look at you like you crazy. Like, what you
Oh,
questioning God for?
yeah. And they never have an answer for none of your questions either. Never.
Never.
You know what I'm
Ever
saying?
since
Like,
I was a kid.
yeah, since I was a child, like, so the last thing that happened to me that made me say, okay, let me leave this alone, was birth to a stillborn. And I was trying to figure out, like, yo, why is this happening? You know what I'm saying? So I asked questions. And at the time, I was like all into it. At the time, I was like, leader of the youth. Like, I was living right. Like, I wasn't partying. I wasn't thugging. Like I was really getting my life together. You know what I'm saying? And that happened, and I was like, why? You know what I'm saying? Well, God needs his angel. What? Like, what do you mean? So I didn't need her? You know what I'm saying? If he needed an angel, why didn't he take me? And I never get a response. It's always a half-assed response. And so as I end up dealing, the last thing they always say, pray about it. And I'm like, okay, I can pray about it, but then what? What do I do as I'm waiting for him to answer me?
See, so this is the contradiction of that whole thing where they tell you to pray about it. To me, prayer is like meditation. To me, prayer is meditation. You know what I mean? Except with Christianity, you're praying to a certain deity that doesn't even exist. Um, all right, to me, he doesn't exist, okay? Because we can go back centuries, all right? We can go back centuries in ancient Egypt and Kemet. Those same stories from the Bible are written in stone, literally written in stone in ancient Egypt to this day, which is why they tried to ruin those temples, right? But it's all about energy, and the powers that be, they know that. Their forefathers, they knew that everything is all about energy. So when they tell you to pray and wait for an answer, if you're completely closed off to the universe, you're not going to get no answer. There's times where I pray, meditate, and then I go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? And my answers come to me in dreams. Like, if you're tuned into the universe and what's going on around you, those answers are going to come. But if you're asking Jesus, if you're praying to Jesus for an answer, like, the universe is like, who's it? Who that? Who's Jesus? Like,
Yeah.
it's contradictory. That's why you don't get your answers.
So some of the things now, y'all will hear us mention a contradiction of faith a whole lot during the show. We tried everything we could to get clips from that show. But Amazon was not having it. Go watch that show. And the crazy part is not only is it dope and informative, but nobody knows about it, and it was made 7 years ago. So, like, even when she said, hey, Josh, go check this out, you know, because I do my research, I was mind-boggled at some of the stuff that I heard. I mean, from the way they go deep in this movie or docu-series, not a docu-series, like a docu-movie, more like it.
Documentary, yeah.
It was insane. Like, they were saying how the second they said the black community goes to church more than any other ethnicity and is also the most poverty stricken of all, I'm like, damn, well, that might be a problem right there. But then they went even deeper. They said 80% of the black church is women. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are the ones who go in and believe in these things. And she's about to elaborate here in a second about how the church, it leaves a lot of black women single. You know what I'm saying? Because everything about the church is unrealistic. And then they have unrealistic expectations for their man. And I might have lost a Millie for a second. She'll be back in a second. But check this out.
Social conditions that keep us down. How can you do that? Because if you cannot critically think, you cannot analyze information, synthesize that information, and strategically implement that information in order to obtain a better life. Number 4, the fourth way that toxic black church culture actually hurts black people is that the judgment, the toxic judgment and hierarchy. And so this toxic judgment that is really picking and choosing what we don't like and what we consider a sin, to me is very exclusionary. The 5th way that toxic black church culture harms black people, it keeps generations of black women single for 2 reasons. 1, they give you this totally unrealistic partner that you are supposed to be praying to God for. So every time this woman brings a potential date to the church to meet her pastor, he's never good enough, because even if he ticks everything on the box, he's gainfully employed, he loves his mama, he treats people well, he takes care of his children if he has children. Oh, but he's not saved. And then if he is saved, oh, but he doesn't go to church every Sunday. He doesn't speak in tongues. Oh, you unequally yoked. All this stuff has kept generations of black women single. Why? Black women are free labor most of the time at their church. People are coming to clean the church. People are coming to feed the kids. People are coming to put things in boxes. It's a whole ecosystem that's built around the black church, and that ecosystem is built on free labor.
Black women are free labor to the church. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. And we all
what
been...
the documentary was...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What the documentary was saying about that is that these ministers and preachers, they kind of prey on women because that's who's going to give them the most emotional response. They feed into the whole notion that black men ain't good, you know, men ain't shit. So like they're turning to Jesus to try to see if they could find a good man. You know what I mean? So they gonna get that emotional response from women. So that's who they're really preying on, and they're succeeding because 80% of the church is women.
Yeah, and they, so not only do they prey on them, they use them for that labor. Like she was just saying, when you go to a church, what do you see? Who do you see doing everything? The woman. And she's doing it for free. She's doing it because the pastors say that's what you're supposed to do. The congregation say That's what you're supposed to do. And a lot of these women get so wrapped up in doing the things for the church, they forget about themselves. Ooh, we. Mama T, hey, yeah, hey, we going deep on this show, Mama T. We not playing with them. We not playing with them. And once again, they'll come. They might not watch. See, let me tell y'all something about being a podcast host. And I got a feeling that Miss Amelie one day is going to end up. Shandy, how you doing, honey? Is going to end up doing some podcasting later in the future herself, right? It's tricky when you do a podcast because if you ain't talking drama and bullshit, they'll watch, but they'll watch after the show is over. It's like they don't want you to know that they're watching. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. But if we was talking about, if me and Miss Amelie was sitting here arguing like some fucking heathens and oh man, the ratings would be through the roof. So it's kind of tricky, right?
They'll be sitting there with their popcorn waiting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, get her, Josh. Get him. Yeah, Millie. Get him, Josh. No, yeah, it ain't none of that. It's substance and awareness on this show. And today, we got time. Because so many of y'all don't understand that you think you going to church, you think you getting some good knowledge, but a lot of that shit is brainwashing. That's what it is. They are praying, like Miss Amelie just said, they are preying on you, on young, not just young women, but older women too. And if you talk to these same women that are in these churches, I'm going to say this because I'm a man. Y'all ain't going to like it, but I'm going to say it. I ain't always been perfect. It's okay, Shandy. Shandy said they don't care for the substance. It's okay. They ain't got no choice but to get used to me. I'm a combat veteran, bills paid without working. I built this, and I'm going to stick with it every day, bar after bar after bar. And every dope-ass person like Miss Amelie that I meet, like Shandy that I meet, like Lady Lee that I meet, like Miss Diva that I meet, that like Mama T who I meet, who come and show love, it's just a little bit at a time. And next thing you know, it's just like a lawnmower, Miss Amelie. Every day that I go live, I'm pulling on that lawnmower. And and one day I'm going to go live, I'm going to pull that lawnmower, and it's going to take off. And guess what's going to happen? So you got to have some muscles. You got to have some muscles, Miss Amelie. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? You can't let it, right? But I'm going to get to that in a second, Mama T. I see you. But guess what happens? They'll spin the block once it's popular. That's what they're going to do. They'll spin the block. Mama T just said, I just had this conversation the other day because women of the church keep telling me how my 9-year-old daughter should be able to cook and wash dishes by now. Ooh. See what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not about to, we say with anybody that comes to this show is family to me. It's straight up family, baby. Amelie, we just met virtually, but she's family already. She get on my damn nerves, but she family, right? This is the kind of stuff I be talking about, man. She just said, I just had this conversation the other day because women of the church keep telling me how my 9-year-old daughter should be able to cook and wash dishes by now. Excuse me. No, ma'am. My child is allowed to be a child. I will teach her when she is ready to be responsible. I am in no rush for her to be a woman. And the pastors with substance.
The whole religion is built on control.
Ooh, talk your shit. How do they control them?
They control your mind, by not only telling you not to think freely, but also telling you how you should think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The audacity of y'all to tell me what my child should be doing. I could understand if I came to you looking for advice, but I didn't. You telling me what my child should be doing, but I'm perfectly content where my child is at her age, And so them even feeling comfortable enough to do that, I'm telling you, it stems from way back. It's control. It's mind control. That's why they see nothing wrong with that.
Miss Shandy said it's also fear. This is true.
It's a lot of fear, yeah.
It's a lot of fear. You fear that if you don't do, see, they make you think that if you don't do what they say, you going to hell.
Oof.
Yeah. If you don't abide by that book, if you don't abide by the pastor, if you don't abide by the different things that they do in the congregation, then you're going to hell. Yeah, that's right, Shandy.
So can I say? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. I need to talk your shit.
So I just want to say, I didn't know if you know, there's a delay. So sometimes, like, you'll be quiet for a second, and I'll talk, but then you'll start talking because there's like a little delay there. So
is there a second screen on your thing? You see a second screen?
Yeah.
Move the second screen. At the bottom, go to the bottom, and it's just like Zoom. You go over there, and one of those boxes, if you click it, it'll remove that second screen.
Oh, okay.
Now how is it? You straight?
I can't tell yet.
But so Shandy, I don't know who Shandy is, but Shandy, shout out to you because she in here spitting bars. She just said, hey guys, sis, how you doing, boo-boo? Welcome to the Scraightup family.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Ow, it hurts. Finish, Shandy. Yeah. Hey, listen, I be kung fu chopping folks and shit. God damn it, that's initiation. That's initiation, Shandy. It's initiation. She said, telling me I'm gonna go to hell for not doing this or that. Scare tactics. They feed off fear. Bars. Mama T said, got little girls out here serving grown ass men. Ooh, we.
Ooh, no, yeah.
Oh, they about to start some shit. Not only are they serving them, so how many stories do y'all see about pastors or leaders of the church doing things with the women, right? And now here's the thing. If you're going to do that, cool, that's what you do, right? But don't be taking no leadership position if you know, see, because now that's quid pro quo. You do this for me, and see, religion, a lot of these black churches is clout based. Have y'all ever went to a church during Easter Sunday? Oh Lord, you go to church on Easter Sunday and it's like Mardi Gras. It's like the old school Freaknik. Some of y'all ain't that old. I'm 42. Don't do me. I'm 42. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all sitting there looking. What's Freaknik? Watch your tone. Watch your damn tone, okay? All right. It's just like Mardi Gras. It's just like Bike Week. It's just like the old Atlanta Freaknik. You go in there, man. Listen, and I'm gonna say this because I'm a man. I don't hold no punches. Y'all know the motto of this show is to give it to them raw. I ain't always been polished. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a work in progress. I might relapse tomorrow and do some dumbass shit. But let me tell y'all how me and my homeboys used to say when I was in the military, Amelie, when we wanted a date or wanted to get a bad chick, you know what we'd say? Let's go to one of these churches.
Yes.
Straight up.
I used to go to a private school, and people always say that every time I tell them that I'm in a private school, they be like, oh, you must be a freak.
And listen, I'm going to go deeper. Trust me, the ladies in the churches is freaky dicky.
Yeah, talk to him.
I'm just saying, I'm a man. What y'all looking at me crazy for? I tell you, hey, Tanisha, stop laughing at me. I'm serious. Y'all laughing at me. I'm serious. Hey, so we would pull up in a church, and all heads, it was like we was fresh meat. You know what I'm saying? It's like you fresh meat. Walk in, like it's similar to going to jail in reverse. We'll walk when we would pick a different church every week. We would go to the hood, and we would make sure we would go to the ones in the hood because we knew that they had to say the women with the ducks. Right?
Yo.
You know I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no sense. But seriously, we would literally pick a different church every single week to go to. And we did that shit for like maybe 3-4 months. And I promise you, maybe one time I didn't get a number or didn't smash somebody from that church. And more than likely, most of the times, it was the same damn night. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I seen somebody say on TikTok under one of those posts that was talking about the contradiction of religion. They were like, you know, how come black people go out and party Saturday night and party hard, but then bust their ass to get up Sunday morning and go to church? And there was a white person asking this. And I didn't have an answer for that because I always wondered the same thing. Like, you getting up and going to church with a hangover. Like, is it a commitment or is it really just you fearful? You feel like church is going to redeem you from the night you just had.
You ready for the answer that I'm going to give? They feel like they're going to be missing something. You know what I'm saying? If I don't go to church today, I'm going to miss something. If I don't go to church today, such and such going to steal my spot. See, I keep telling people, religion is really, the churches is really clout-based. Everybody in there is trying to do whatever they can to be seen. You know what I'm saying? To think about all the gossip that goes on in the church. How toxic the whole environment is in the church. Like, I will walk, you know how many times I've been judged for, they say come as you are, and I'm one of them dudes who, I don't like wearing suits and ties and all. Even in the military, I hated when they wanted to make me put on Class A's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put that on. I ain't no dress up type of dude. I'm a simple t-shirt, nice hat, shoes type of dude. The flashiest thing about me is my car. And you know how many times I would go to church, walk in, dress regularly, normally t-shirt, nice jeans. And you can hear him whispering as I'm walking to my seat. The gossip would start to roll before I even made it to my seat. You'd be the talk of the town if you was the new dude at a church.
They don't really mean come as you are, because I know a few gay people who went as they was, and it was nothing but judgment. You know, it's weird to me how they always got an issue with the LGBTQ community, but be yelling come as you are at the same damn time. So I'm gonna go here. I don't care. I'm going to go here. One, let me make sure I say, I don't give a damn what you do. I don't care if you LGBTQ community. I don't give a damn if you religious. I don't give a damn if you a woman and you got 10 side dudes. I don't give a damn if you a man and you got 10 side chicks. If whatever you do making you happy, so be it. That's the type of person I am. I don't give a damn. We are human, right? But what I got a real problem with is being hypocrites. What I got a real problem with is being judgmental. You out here sucking and fucking and doing everything under the sun, but then you want to point your finger at somebody because of who they want to have sexual orientations with. Excuse me, First Lady, you was just sucking me off a couple of days ago. And I mean that literally. That happened. I didn't even know she was the First Lady. Straight up. Like literally. Didn't even know she was the First Lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't do church like that. You know how I found out? Because back in my days, I was a bachelor. I understand I'm gorgeous, high cheekbones. You understand I'm two-bone horn right now, but shit, why not?
I was a bachelor. You know what I'm saying? And watch your tone, Shandy. Don't start no shit, Shandy. Don't start. I got these Sonic coins on deck, Shandy. I got you to do. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, I see you, Miss Diva. I'm gonna get to you in a second. So I was dating multiple women, Amelie, which is what I'm supposed to do when I'm young and a bachelor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I met this chick, and I'm talking about, when I tell you, you know how everybody got their top five? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a top five. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? In them days, right? Might not now, but maybe, you know. When I tell you, blew my mind away, met her at the club. This is the crazy part. Met her at the club. Did not even know she was the first lady. The way she looked that night, my God, made me take these glasses off. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that type. And so we start, I'm talking about she twerking, and you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Meg knees. She put Meg to shame. You know what I'm saying? We get to messing around for months. I'm smashing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the best set. I'm talking about, you know, your toes curl type shit. That's the type of shit she was. So one of my homegirls that I was chilling with was like, yo, Josh, you know what I'm saying? You should come to church with me. I'm like, nah, I don't really want to go to church. Nah, yada. I don't know what made me go. Probably because I was trying to get in our Victoria's Secrets. That's probably why I went. But Amelia, I went. Who do I see sitting right there next to the... And my phone was blowing up. My phone was blowing up. Like, she texted me like, who is that? And I'm like, hold up, you up here with a whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, you the first lady, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, the first lady is the pastor's wife, right?
The pastor's wife. I didn't know, Amelia, I can't make this shit up. I didn't know that she wore no ring. I met her at the club. I didn't know none of this shit, none of it. Like, and I'm telling you, the only reason I knew that she was the first lady is because one of the other joints was like, yo, Josh, come to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to go. But she convinced me to go to church with her. I went. And when I tell you, you never have one of them moments you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Where like you feel you about to get caught up, like, what's that movie, How to Be a Player, when all of his joints was in the same room. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And like, when I tell you, my phone was blowing up. Like, she was texting me like crazy. Like, yo, what's good? And I'm sitting here like, yo, first of all, how you trying to check me? You got a lot of explaining to do for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the one. Like, I was single. Like, we ain't exclusive. Like, we just smashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, having fun. First lady of the church. And what's crazy, I'm going to go deeper. I kept smashing her for 3 more months after that. I said, I ain't proud of it. I'm saying, like, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get that one that you just can't turn away. She had the magnes. Amelia, she was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't.
Yo, at least you honest. But you know what? I'm not even surprised at that because I recently found out that anyone can go online and become an ordained minister.
Yes.
Anyone. It doesn't require a background check. It doesn't require a drug test. It doesn't require a mental health check. It doesn't require anything except the ability to get an emotional response. You guys can go look it up yourself.
It's people I know who people be getting married by Raekwon and Pookie.
If you low on yeah, if you low on funds, y'all, go become a minister.
It's a hustle for them. They be marrying people.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, everything about the church is a hustle. It really is. And when them stories come out, this is what I'm wondering, Amelie. When the stories come out about how messed up the churches really are, it's like the story be there and then it disappeared the next day. It's like we sweep it up under the rug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because nobody wants to believe it. Like, we're in denial. We're literally in collective denial, and people don't realize that it's holding us back. It's keeping us stagnant. I actually was doing some research, and I found the same producer who directed the movie Contradictions that we were talking about, Contradictions, A Question of Faith. He said in one of his videos that the Catholic Church actually apologized in 1984, because they said that heaven and hell was a made up thing. So this is not confirmed. He said it, and I was trying to find it. He said it could be found in the Catholic Encyclopedia, 1984. So I got to go check that out. But
it wouldn't surprise me though.
Guys, things are about to hit the fan. It's a lot of lies that was told. It's a lot of things that's hidden. And I just want to say, me personally, like, I already know that it's baloney, because I know my history. I know my true African history, and I know where all of those stories actually came from. So,
but see, a lot of people don't do no research. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't read books. Like, see, me, I'm not a person that'll sit and read a whole bunch of books, but I'm a master researcher. I am always researching something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm inquisitive. I want to know stuff. And a lot of people don't do that research. And Millie, they just, I don't know what's up with them. I'm going to get to a couple of these comments. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, what they do instead of actually doing the research for themselves is they look at everything in the Bible, because people tend to use the Bible to validate the Bible. So if you tell them anything about God, like, oh, this didn't happen, they're going to be like, oh, yes, it did happen. Here in Deuteronomy, it says, like, you can't use the Bible to prove that the Bible is really the word of God. Like, I need some other proof outside of that.
But let's go deeper with that. What people do is bring up the Bible to fit their agendas. That's when they bring the Bible up. They use the Bible to prove that they're right. You know what I'm saying? And if you really analyze some of the stuff that happened in the Bible, see, now we about to really start ruffling some feathers. Because if you truly analyze some of the stuff that supposedly had happened in the Bible, like you said, how all them people and all them animals get on a boat? Huh? I give you one better. How the hell did the world start with just Adam and Eve, and we got all these millions of different ethnicities now? Better yet, how did they have all these babies? It was just Adam and Eve. So were they committing incest? Like, what's going on? Like, how? It's so much stuff in the Bible is not scientifically possible. You know what I'm saying? In that documentary, they was like, yo, you ever seen somebody who lost their limb get their limb back from God? It sounds funny, right? But when you think about, like, see, I be really wondering if people ever really break down the stuff that they be trying to make us believe. You know what I'm saying? You want me to believe that there was a giant, right? David and Goliath. We ain't never seen proof
there
of
were
both.
giants.
Huh?
There were giants. There were giants, and they were black. They found the skeletons of giants, and the scientists who brought them back from Africa, brought the skeletons back from Africa to the United States. When he was set to go back and get another skeleton, he ended up mysteriously dead. They killed him because they didn't want to prove that these giants were really black. So I'm just going to say that, yeah, giants are real. They were real, but they stole all of our stories and turned it into their story.
They turned it into what? See, a lot of people don't know that that religion and all this, it didn't start where they told you it started. A lot of this stuff traces back to Africa. And what they did is they found all the stories, you know what I'm saying, and they twisted it to fit. I keep telling people that Bible is man-made, and it's written out in a million different ways. That's why you got all the different versions. You got this version, the King James version. You got, you know what I'm saying, you got BC, you got the. But nobody ever pays attention to any of this. It's like we just ignore everything and just roll with it just because they said so. But we don't even do that in life. If a Millie tell me something, I'm going to verify that shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't been able to verify anything. And y'all just run with it. And you believe in it. And some of y'all spend your last, see, the money thing really gets me. Because it's like the church is like a huge Ponzi scheme. A lot of these churches got ATM machines as soon as you walk through the damn door. Like, fuck you got an ATM in here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that there for? Why, what? It'd be like, you ever get to the offering time, it's like 1,000,001 different offerings. You got the regular offering. You got the offering for to build the church. You got the offering because they trying to do some kind of foundation. You got the, and it's like, damn. How much, and here's
the last time.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The last time I went to church, the pastor actually said on stage, he said, "Don't give $1, don't give $5." Like, he really was trying to dictate, what amount of money people should give. And it's like, imagine the people who really are struggling and they go to church because church is an outlet for them. And it's like, oh, if you can't give XYZ amount of money, you're not good enough. That was the last time that I went to church.
And you leave out of there
like,
broker in a worse position than you was when you walked in there. Like, you just gave your last. Miss Diva just said, my grandmother got mad at me the other day because I told her I don't believe in the Bible because it's man-made. See? Tanisha said, when I originally went to...
Folks?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, I was just saying, the older folks, they'll fight you for it.
Oh, yeah, them older ones, we gonna get to them. Oh, yeah, we gonna get to them because they'll kill you for it. They'll kill you for they damn near kill you. They get the call, they get the cursing and everything. Like, hold up, now you was just holy like 2 seconds ago. Like, what happened, right? Tanisha said, when I originally went to college, it was to be a youth pastor. But I was constantly down because I wasn't the norm. I had no problem going out and partying. I do not need to drink to have a good time, though. But it was a problem for them. So I looked them dead in their face and said, Jesus hung with sinners, so why shouldn't I? Ooh, we. Moral is, I got kicked out the program because I wanted to be relatable to the youth. I wanted to talk about real life problems with the teens so that I could truly guide them. Ooh, we. You know what? I actually, Amelie, had a pastor on my show. So some of the people don't know. If you don't know, I started my journey on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? This is not my first year. I will actually hit my 2-year mark on May 5th. You know what I'm saying? Will be my 2-year mark. Like Tanisha and Miss Diva, some of y'all know, they all come follow me from Twitch. I can't wait till the rest of them see that I'm on because I miss them. I actually had a pastor on my show, Miss Amelia, and you know what he said to me? He said, Josh, I actually want you to come speak at my church. And he said, I don't want you to water yourself down either. He said, I want you to be yourself. He said, because you're relatable to everybody. So you're reaching people, the messages and the things that you were talking about. Because, you know, Amelia, I talk about some real shit on this show. It get deep on this show. You know, I don't talk about no bullshit. And he was like, he said, that's the problem with our churches is nobody actually wants to be in the community. So what you was trying to do, Tanisha, is actually what you were supposed to do. If you truly trying to reach people, you got to be relatable to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm trying to reach Amelia and show her something different and show, I can't just be you know what I'm saying? Nah, I have to be relatable to her for her to even want to talk to me, for her to even want to open up to me. But if you look at me, see, a lot of them, we was just talking about the older folks, they look at you like this. with their glasses on. You know what I'm saying? Look over the top of their glasses and they look down on you. You know, Shandy just said people be so scared to think for themselves. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Herd mentality. Herd mentality. That's what it is. And guess what? Herd mentality is a big reason why our community can't grow and prosper the way it needs to. Because everybody wants to be like everybody else. The problem is the people that they trying to be like is dumpster juice. Y'all want to be like these reality show celebrities, not knowing that everything they do on a reality show is damn scripted. Y'all want to be like the pastor because you see him with all the money, right? Y'all don't want to pattern yourselves off of nobody that's doing something actually good. And if anybody thinks differently than the herd, you're ostracized. Look at what we just did with Deion Sanders. Look at what we just did with him. Label him a sellout. Excuse me, how many of y'all was about to turn $5 million a year down? I wouldn't have. Not me. I'm about to take that money and roll with it. And the ones of y'all who be so hypocritical don't even be doing nothing yourselves. It ain't like y'all taking y'all money, y'all give y'all money to the church, but you won't give the money to your community. Ooh, wee. Y'all get y'all paycheck, y'all take that 10% out, y'all take it straight to the church. You walk outside, you see the pastor and the first lady in a 2082 Lamborghini truck. Some shit we ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you walking around here, driving around here in a Neo Geo. Some shit that was extinct a long time ago. Can barely pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? But then you will argue people like me and Amelie or Tanisha or Miss Diva, you'll argue us down like we're the problem.
Oh, I stopped going back and forth with them. I ain't got nothing to prove no more. Like, I'm a spread my message, and those who want to listen, those who are ready to accept the truth, those who are ready to actually work on themselves instead of depending on a fairy tale of someone coming to save them, that's my audience right there. Like, with all my religious posts, the people who comment under it, you know, trying to go against me, talking about, oh, but I seen Jesus Christ, you know, Christ's blood. No, deleted and blocked, because we don't got nothing in common. I don't really care what you have to say.
Bars. And you ain't screwing me or feeding me, so it ain't like your opinion matters. You know.
Right, exactly.
Somebody, they used to always say, Josh, the reason I love your show is because you tackle topics and don't give a damn. Right? I don't care if you rock with what I'm saying or not. What I am going to do is make sure I research and prep and give you factual information. You can come argue with it all you want, but anything I say is properly researched. So I will give you, not only will I give you quotes, I will send you where I got that information from. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you, because if you really want to be honest, you're a Christian or you're a believer, or this is your religion, you really ain't got no business arguing in the first place, because that's horrible leadership. You're supposed to be reaching me, not arguing with me. See, when you say shit like that, yeah. If your true goal is to save somebody, if your true goal is to spread your message, arguing don't do that. How many of us have ever been in an argument and the shit went well? You know what I'm saying? It don't go well. You know what I'm saying? It goes left when you argue.
They don't know how to have a respectful debate where it's like, you know, we see things differently, but I still respect your views. With them, it's like, no, if it ain't Christ, it ain't right.
Yeah.
I can't talk to them
at all. And so, one of the biggest reasons I created this show is because of what you just said. So many people don't know how to have intellectual conversations anymore. It's what I say is factual, and that's it, even though it's an opinion. See, we don't understand the difference between factual information and shit that's fabricated. An opinion is not a fact, right? An opinion is something, it's make-believe for real. It's what you believe alone. But we act like the opinions are factual statements, and this is not the case. We can't seem to have these kind of deep conversations without wanting to kill each other, without wanting to ostracize each other. You know what I'm saying? Label, oh, you Uncle Tom, you a seller. I've said this a million times, but anytime I say that word Uncle Tom, that phrase Uncle Tom, I gotta let people know, if you do your fucking research, calling somebody your Uncle Tom is actually not a diss. Yeah, I'm just saying. Y'all can Google it yourselves. You ain't gotta believe me. But if you do your research, you know how ignorant it's. The second somebody called me an Uncle Tom, I be like, yeah, I'm not about to even pay attention to this joker, because this joker ain't even intelligent enough to know that calling me an Uncle Tom is not even a diss. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to do this show, because I get so tired of us not talking about anything of substance, and we got to start ripping up, healing these wounds that have been given to us. What our community does is we put a Band-Aid over bullet wounds. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I want to play this preacher trick, the six preacher trick, because that video had me rolling. I can't believe you sent me that shit this morning. That shit had me rolling. I was sitting there like, oh shit, that's funny. But before I do that, healthy debate should be the norm. How else can you learn and grow if you can't see outside of your own point of view? When you ask some questions like that, Tanisha, you hear this. And it's one of the reasons why I adore anybody who decides to come on my show and give their point of view. And people who come on my show don't always have the same point of view as me. I mean, some of y'all, Tanisha, you've seen plenty of shows where I don't always agree with my guests, but we ain't killing each other after the show either, and they come back. Why? Because I respect their point of view. I'm not, they see, what we got to learn to do is stop downing people because they don't think the same way we do. Dear Black community, it's okay to have a difference of opinion, because we can't seem to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Amelie don't agree on karma. We ain't killing each other over it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't killing. We still cool. We still gonna work. We still gonna promote. We still gonna push each other. You know what I'm saying? We just don't agree on that, right? Like, and that's what people gotta understand. You have to be able to listen to other. And we don't understand that we can't grow unless we learn to listen to other people's point of views. If all you ever listen to is your own point of view, you lost before you even get to the fight. Especially if you're trying to be an entrepreneur. If you want to be an entrepreneur and the only point of view you ever listen to is your own, you ain't going to get too far. You might elevate a tad bit, but you will remain stagnant at that tad bit of spot for forever. Because you have to listen to others and be teachable and be willing to grow and learn in order to be a better person, a better entrepreneur, anything. It don't just come from you. You know what I'm saying? I get many different views. People tell me, all the stuff y'all see on this show came from other people's views. Somebody said, Josh, you need to have moving screens. You need to figure out how to do that. Josh, you need to do this. Josh, you need to do that. Josh, you can consider this. And I ain't say, F you, this is my show. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first time you came on the show, Millie, what did I say to you? I'm about to shut up. You talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to light this motherfucking cigar and talk, you know what I'm saying? And let you talk your shit, because people want to hear other voices, and other voices would make it work. Freaking clowns, man. Y'all be getting on my nerves in the block. I got a love-hate relationship with my community. I swear I do. I love them and can't stand them at the same damn time.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like we'll take 10 steps forward and then take 10 steps back in the same breath. You know what I'm saying? Not wait. One of the things that video talked about, I really wanted to mention this before I forget. Why do we always vote Democratic in the Black community? why do we always vote Democratic in the black community? Like, do y'all not understand that the Democratic Party was actually the ones who started and formed the KKK? Do y'all not understand that the Democrats have been lying to us about everything since the beginning of time? What the Democrats do is they go to the churches. You don't never see the Democrats in the black community unless they at the churches. And guess what? Them churches they go to get a substantial offering that day. They basically bribe their way into office. They lie their way into office. They tell the black community has been lying. The Democratic Party has been lying to the black community for ages. And then turning their back on us the second they get in office. And no matter what Democrat you name, what did they really do for the black community? I know the first person y'all gonna say is President Barack Obama. But if you do your research, that man, the only thing he did was show us that a black man could become the president. He did more for the LGBTQ community than he did for any other community. The reason why the LGBTQ community is like they are now is because of Barack Obama. I see the faces you making. Go ahead. As soon as I said Barack Obama, you made a face. They talk your shit.
Yeah, I feel like he was just placed there to shut us up or distract us from, what we really need to be focusing on. Like, it kind of gives us false hope. Like, oh, wow, my child could be president one day. But I don't know, me personally, I don't want that job for me, my kids, my family. Like, who the fuck wants that job?
It's not a good job. I'm saying it's not a good job. If you go deeper with that false hope, they've been giving us false hope for forever. They told us Harriet Tubman was going to be on one of the bills. That shit still ain't happened. They gave us...
True, whatever happened to that?
Yeah, crickets, right? They told us, they gave us a holiday that we already had. Juneteenth, we already celebrated that. We've been celebrating that for ages. We would call off work for Juneteenth way before y'all. Smoke screens, man. Smoke screens. And guess who profited off them smoke screens? The pastors and the congregations. They use the same methods that the people in offices in the Congress use. The same exact methods. They feed you enough, give you just enough dope till you keep coming back. That's what they do. That's what the Democrats do to us all the time. They lie to us and tell us they're going to do something and then never do it. I am still waiting for the day that Harriet Tubman is placed on that bill. I'm still waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when? When is it going to happen? And then every time they do...
Get our reparations.
Ooh, wait.
When we going to get... So, they tried to use the fact that in Nigeria, we sold each other to slavery. I didn't know if y'all know that. They tried to use that against us. But even Nigeria in 2006 apologized to the descendants of slaves. So when are we going to get some reparations and even a freaking apology? Like something.
And it's crazy that you just say that, because if you think about it, the first step in any type of healing or any type of reconciliation or any of that, first step in addiction, trauma, anything, is admittance. They still won't even admit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they get all up in arms about stuff like the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want us to not know about certain things. And so it pisses me off, because so many people in our community are always yelling, stay woke. Stay woke, bro. Stay woke, sis. And the ones that be yelling that shit be the ones sleep as hell. What? Y'all don't know what, I'm going to reiterate it for you, Tanisha. Y'all don't know that these Democratic leaders come into the community. They don't go see us. They go see the pastors. They go to these churches. Why? Because who votes the most in the black community? Black women. Where do majority of the 80% of the black church is what? Black women. So they know if they secure that, they in there. They lie to you. Then they get in the office and turn their back and completely forget about everything that they promised us. And no, Tanisha, you don't get to be quiet. Talking about something, let me be quiet before I say too much. Nah, this is Scraightup Podcast, baby. We give it to them raw. And once they get into that church, they hand that pastor a big bag. They bribe their way into the office, and y'all just be sitting here like y'all woke. Y'all be mad at people like, huh?
I don't vote. That don't got nothing to do with me. That shit has not helped my people. Voting has never helped black people get what we need, what we deserve. So I don't vote. I excuse myself from that.
You're right. It don't. And if you go deeper with that, think about how many times we really did want to go vote, and it didn't matter. Case in point, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. That was a time where we actually all got up and went and vote because we was like, we can't have this bastard in the damn office, right? She won the popular vote and still lost the election. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time ever that somebody won the popular vote and didn't win the election. Make it make sense.
They don't respect us.
At all.
Because we don't respect ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we respected ourselves, like we would have been demanding a lot of shit. We would have came together as a collective and demanded a lot. We would have put an end to a lot, but we're so easily distracted and easily turned against each other. They don't worry about us. They're like, oh, you know, they too busy fighting each other. They're not worried about what we're doing to pull the wool over their eyes.
And you know what's crazy is it used to be they had to do a lot of work now we do it for them. We do it for them now. They ain't even got to they don't even got to spend time manipulating us anymore. We do it for them now. It's crazy. When you look on social media, what all do you see? Drama and bullshit. And if you go deeper than that, look what happens if you type in a word. If you type in a word on Facebook, I'm about to go here. I know on Facebook, I'm going to still say it. I don't give a damn. If you type in a word on Facebook that's violent in nature, whether it's choke or any of that, you will get your ass banned. They will put you in Facebook jail, throw you in the news, throw you in restriction. But what don't they ban you for? Fight videos. Why? Because it's a visual. It shows us how horrible we really look. So they let that slide. Them fight videos go viral every time. The other thing that they ban you for, comment sexual in nature. But you look at every story and every reel, that's all you see now. It's like you get a free OnlyFans on Facebook now. They half naked twerking. They don't ban that. It's the visual. And I'm going to go even deeper because I don't give a damn. Let me tell y'all something. When they see a production like this, you know how many people is friends with me on Facebook, been friends with me on Facebook for ages, and don't even know that I got a podcast? Even though that's all you see on my page. That's all you ever see.
Why? Because it doesn't further their agenda. This is not the type of stuff they want to push. They don't want this shit. This shit's not an algorithm. I got people every day. Did you go live? Yeah, I'm live every morning. I don't ever get a notification. You know why? Because it's positive. It's helping people. They don't want people like me out here. It's sad. And we do it and we help them now. Because now, instead of us looking at something like this and being like, wow, I can't believe one of our own did that. We need to get behind that so we can have a voice. That ain't what we do. What we do, oh, man, that's dope. Man, fuck him. Because I ain't the one who doing it. It's sad, man. It's so sad how we do each other in our community. And we don't even know that. Look, I'm going to ask you this question. Mrs. Millie, please tell me why we only turn up when a white cop kills one of us, when another race kills one of us. And then when we turn up, why do we go and tear up our own neighborhoods instead of doing what every other ethnicity does and take their ass to the town hall meetings? They show up in drones at these town hall meetings. They show up to all the council meetings. That's how they get changed. That Asian crime bill, they got that shit passed in record time. Why? Because they knew what they was doing. Why do we do that?
I think a lot of it has to do with a lack of accountability. Like, we don't want to face ourselves, you know? Like, you'll turn up when a white cop kills a black person, but you won't, fight for when a black person kills a black person. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely organizations out there that speak up on black crimes, but not nearly enough. I think that we don't take ourselves seriously, honestly. And just like with religion, I think it's easier to point the finger at somebody else. It's easier to say, oh, look at what they doing to us, and not say, oh, well, look at what we're doing to us. Just like with religion, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to save me and I'm going to work on me, they're like, oh, Jesus is going to save me. Jesus is going to fix me. So I think a lot of it is a lack of accountability, as well as just what we've seen, over the years, generation to generation. It's like our communities are getting beat the fuck up, like anytime we have something successful, anytime we've built a black community, it's been damaged. There's a lot of black communities, black towns that were thriving that are now underwater. They set the fires, and it's like, to us, we see that happening, so we don't think nothing of it. Like, oh, it's okay to fuck our own communities up. They've been doing it for generations after generations. So I think it's mainly accountability, lack of accountability, and lack of mental growth.
And Meek Me just said they're always talking about our ancestors. When it comes to our ancestors, it really pisses me off when we talk about our ancestors, and I'm gonna tell you why. So we always yelling we are not our ancestors, but we only mean it in one sense. When we say we are not our ancestors, we mean you're not gonna beat on me. You know how disrespectful it is to say that you are not your ancestors? Damn that, I am my ancestors. My ancestors was resilient. My ancestors were resourceful. My ancestors really believed in it takes a village. My ancestors built Black Wall Street in a time of the Great Depression where no other community was thriving. The Black Wall Street was thriving. A lot of y'all don't even know what the hell Black Wall Street is. Do you know how disrespectful it is to say you are not your ancestor? And on top of that, think about some of our ancestors. Harriet Tubman, she got away. What did she do? She went back and got her other people and helped them get out. She didn't leave all the crabs in the bucket. Ooh, wait. But that's what we do. We see one get out, we don't even allow them to come. See, you take these damn glasses off. How many times do you see somebody who made it out the hood? When they come back to their hood to get the rest out, they get killed.
Ooh.
Just struck a nerve, huh? People always ask me, Josh, why you don't want to go back to Ohio? Because it's a death trap waiting for me. They know what I do. Amelie, I went back to Ohio to shoot a video. And I was shocked how many people actually knew who I was. Because I never seen them on my shows, never seen a like, never seen a comment. Amelie, it was so bad. My sis that flew me out to shoot the video, she had a tour bus, a party bus, to take us to OSU so we could sit and watch the HBCU Classic in the press box at Ohio State University. The person on the tour bus kept staring at me as she was giving a briefing and randomly said, wait a minute, I know that shirt. You're Josh Scraightup. And I looked left and looked right. My sister was like, bro, we know you here. But you know how bad that is? That I had never seen or heard of none of these. I'm talking about Amelie. I would go to, the second I got back home, I told my old lady, I'm never going to Ohio again. Never. I deleted my page, all of that. I started over. That's how I that's how I met Amelie. That's how I met a lot of people. Because, no, we don't help our own. Because I'm like, y'all don't even support me. But y'all know who I am? You know what I'm saying? You would think that, see, I knew this show was going to trigger some shit. You would think that if you see one of our own, and some of y'all might think this is me too, my own horn. Quite frankly, I don't give a damn. I did some shit and I'm proud of it. You would think that somebody would see this shit that I built, see that it was one of our own and be like, we got to push that. Right? How many podcasts have you ever seen, Amelie? Of millionaires. Big time people got podcasts all over. Mm-hmm. Does any of their productions look like this? Mm-mm. What shows you I take my shit serious. It shows you I'm passionate. It shows you that I'm really committed to making a change. Right? And then once you see it and you listen to the topics and see what I'm talking about, you see that I'm actually trying to help our people. But what do? Oh, fuck him. It ain't mine. Which is crazy because I share my platform with anybody who tells me they want to be. Y'all know how this show happened? Amelie hit me up. Josh, I want to do this topic. There was no arguments. There was no but. There was say less when you want to do it. That's it. And since we talking generational curses and all these, see, you, God damn it, I'm gonna turn the hat back for this today because yeah. Since we talking, Amelia, you see me start Entrepreneur's Corner, right? Mm-hmm. Started Entrepreneur's Corner. When I posted the Entrepreneur's Corner, I go read the numbers. Over 2,000 people watched that reel. It was shared like 12 times. And on top of that, certain groups seen it and shared it in their groups. This was what, 4 weeks ago, something like that? Since then, only one entrepreneur came on the show. 3 of them didn't show up or changed at the last minute. 8 people hit me up pretending like they want to come on Entrepreneur's Corner and switch the conversation to how are you doing what you're doing, because I want to do this, that, this, and that, and this, and that. To the point where I'm like, if you don't want free exposure, cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do this. I'll make a whole new segment and scratch Entrepreneur's Corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad. Because you weren't even on Entrepreneur's Corner, Millie. What did I do once the show was over? I shared that shit on every platform I got. Tagged you in it. You know what I'm saying? All that. So it's like I'm actually trying to help you grow. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that we would get behind each other for stuff like that. We don't. We have been tearing each other down and letting these generational curses, letting religion, letting all these crazy beliefs and shit that don't make no kind of, I'm going to say it because that shit just don't make no damn sense. You ain't telling me that the world started from 2 damn people and we got all these different shades and different colors. What the hell was they doing? Fucking the animals, and so we half animal. Like, what the hell was going on? I don't give a damn about none of that. You can't tell me that the world started from 2 people. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell was they screwing to make all these people? You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is, let's go even deeper with that. A million. It was just Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve only. When they did finally screw and have kids, it was 2 boys. So I can't even say, damn, Cain must have smashed his sister. Yeah. Think about that.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's just crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff we want to believe. We want to sit here and believe all this crazy shit that they've been telling us. And so y'all know, the documentaries spoke on this briefly. During the slave days, they actually gave them Bibles and gave that shit, and they force-fed them that shit because they wanted them to have. Religion was used as a tool to control back then. And we held on to the stories and the beliefs in them books, and we be carrying it on since. And all of y'all that been sitting, waiting, praying, and that's it, what do you got to show for it? That's what I want to know. What the hell do you got to show for it? Nothing.
But people are going to answer that with, well, I seen Jesus work miracles in my life. I seen Jesus make things happen. Like, how you know it was Jesus that made them things happen for you? One, why don't you deserve credit for making things happen for you as well? You know, like, I totally believe in a higher power, a creator, but like, to give that creator credit for everything when you yourself are a powerful being that has the ability to achieve so much. To just say, well, I know Jesus is real because I seen him make things happen in my life. To me, that ain't good enough. You made them things happen. Like, I feel like these religions teach you that you're so weak, right? Like, Christianity teaches you that you're born a sinner. You're just born filthy. And Jesus Christ is the reason why you're even anywhere near as decent as you are, because his blood cleansed you of all your sins. Like, that to me is crazy. You're born powerful. It's just up to you to find that power within you. And Christianity, religion in general, limits you from seeing that because you start to depend on the higher power when it's all you. Some people would say that the higher power is even within you, you know? Depends on your beliefs with that. But I know when you ask that question, that's always the answer. Oh, I know he real because I seen this and I seen that.
You saw what you wanted to see. You saw what you thought. You didn't really see. Because I'm a combat vet. 13 Bravo for 10 whole years. I served from 2000 to 2010. You can Google 13 Bravo if you want. You can find out it ain't the one to be playing with. Now, I deployed 5 times. I lost some people when I deployed. Good people defending their home. I've seen people lose legs, lose limbs. Hell, I sometimes struggle because my knee is messed up. Some days I'm hobbling. That's another reason why I decided to move to Texas, because it's always warm. 90% of the time it's warm in Texas. And when it's cold, my knee can't take that cold. So you mean to tell me all I gotta do is pray and I get a new knee? That's all I gotta do is pray and they're gonna give me a new knee. All I gotta do is pray and they're gonna pay my bills. All I gotta do is pray, they're gonna give me a new car to drive around like the pastor do. I know people been praying to the day they die and didn't get nothing they prayed for. It's, to me, religion is more like a cult these days. They ain't gonna like that. I don't give a damn. It's more like a cult. They brainwash you into thinking what they want you to think so they can control you. And what's crazy to me was the numbers. 80% of the black people is women that's in church. But our black women are the ones that's the most educated for real. And y'all ain't learned that these things that y'all been living by your entire life is actually the hindrance to your life. Y'all got law degrees. Y'all sitting here in powerful places and you ain't learned that shit is hindering you. What? Y'all want to base every relationship that y'all have off of the word of the Bible? That shit is unrealistic. Just like your expectations for the man that you... I mean, it'd be sounding funny, but when it sounds so crazy when you think about it, like, huh? A lot of y'all women be basing your expectations on a man off of that book that you read. But everything in the book is damn near unrealistic. So, of course, you ain't gonna never find no man that meets some of these women. I got 7 sisters, Amelia, and I'm the only boy. Some of these women got expectations that it's just fucking ridiculous. A whole grocery shopping list when you ain't got nothing in your cabinets at all. A whole grocery shopping list of shit that they want in a man. He got to be this. He got to have a little bit of David in him. He got to have a little bit of a little bit of Peter in him, because he got to be able to slice people. He got to be a thug. He got to be the protector. He got to be the provider. He got to be holy. He got to be in church that Bible is unrealistic, just like your expectations for your man.
It's so funny that you mentioned Peter. So Peter was actually stolen from African spirituality. Peter, the deity that Peter is supposed to be, is actually Ogun. I know y'all heard about Ogun.
I have, but they might not have.
Yeah, that's who Peter is. They stole all of that. All of them characters were based on African deities. And these African spiritual practices took place, man, hundreds of years before Christianity was even a thing.
They took things that really, people that were really doing certain things, and they flipped it to make themselves look better, renamed it. When I get to talking about the Bible, it just really takes me 1,000,001 different places, Amelia. It really do. Because for the life of me, once I opened my eyes to what was really going on in the church, I can't for the life of me figure out why we still believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn near and after that show, Greenleaf, have you ever watched Greenleaf?
Mm-mm.
Never.
Never heard of it.
Saints and
I'm not a
Sinners.
TV person.
Man, listen, Amelie, if you ever sit down, I'm a TV person. If you ever sit down and watch Greenleaf, you will be shocked. You will be absolutely shocked at the shit you see. It's a black one. It's based on a pastor and first lady of a church and a family. And you seen it, Meek? That shit on Greenleaf is crazy. It's based on a pastor and a first lady and their family. They're black. And the drama and the twists and turns, I'm talking about Millie. By the time you finish the first episode, number one, you'll be hooked. And number two, you'll be like, damn, this is really how it is in the church. Pastor sleeping with a different person. First lady sleeping with a different person. They manipulating people and stealing money from the church to invest in their own businesses. And I'm talking about the kids is sleeping with different. Have you ever met somebody that was a pastor's son or a pastor's daughter?
Like, yeah, like one person. And they were a mess. They were all over the place.
Yeah. You know why? Because they moms and dad forced that shit on them. And the second they get a little taste of the outside, it's a wrap. I'm telling you right now, if I ever get single, I don't care, I'm going to say it. If I ever become single again, I'm going to get me a pastor's daughter.
Yeah, talk to him.
Or a first lady again.
Yeah, talk to him.
I'm telling you, they are the biggest freaks. They are wild. They are out of control, man. They are absolutely out of control. My homie in school was a pastor's daughter. And when I tell you, she was a mess, slept with damn near the whole football team. She's sucking and fucking behind bleachers. Like, man, I'm telling you, they be a mess. And damn, we've been live this long. I didn't see Amelia, you be starting stuff. I did not know we was live this long.
I was just about to tell you I gotta get up out of here soon.
Yeah, man, you tripping, Amelia. This is what happens when you get to talking about this kind of stuff. You be forgetting, like, I just looked up, like, hold on, man, I'm supposed to be somewhere in a second. I'm saying, I ain't know we've been live this long. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just make sure you drop that link so everybody can go look at the documentary and see for themselves.
Matter of fact, I'm going to do it now before I forget. I'm going to do it right now before I forget. Because if I don't do it now, I know I'm going to completely forget.
And also the link for the what was it, 6 tricks that pastors use every Sunday.
Oh yeah, I'm mad we ain't play that, cause man, that shit was crazy. That shit had me rolling.
Yeah.
Contradiction. A question of faith. Okay.
Make sure y'all check out those links, the documentary, and that one of them is on Amazon Prime. So you probably, if you don't got Amazon Prime, then get you a free trial just so you can watch that. But the other one is on YouTube. That's free. You can watch that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, I don't think people be getting my notifications when I'm live. I really don't. Because I just got 3 messages as I'm opening up to find that link. I just got 3 messages that, are you live? Yeah, I've been live for 2 hours. I really be thinking they be trying to sabotage my streams. I really do.
Yeah, you can make it to where, I don't know if Facebook is on that technology yet, where you can kind of hit like a notification bell.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna have to tell people to do that
I started my
because
business in 2011.
I'm gonna have to tell people to add, because you can add people as favorites and they can get meet me. She watch me every day. You ain't get a notification, and I know you added me as favorites. But see, people don't never know when I'm live. They never know. Like, so do you ever get a notification that I'm live?
No, I just usually, like, if I happen to be on at that time, then I'll see you.
See?
Pop up in my news feed.
Yeah, see?
And
they don't send out my
sometimes I don't
notifications
see
or
you till
nothing.
hours later.
I don't like it. I'm gonna have to fix that. But Amelia, I know you gotta get out. I gotta get out of here too. I looked at the time like, damn, I'm supposed to be somewhere.
It was a good conversation.
So Shandy, I would love to have both of y'all on the show. I can only imagine what that would be like.
Oh yeah, we go live every Sunday. If y'all want to check us out on Instagram.
What time y'all go?
It's called Keith. We usually go like around 11:30, 12, but you know we be late, so give that 30-minute window between 11:30 and 12 o'clock. We jump on and we stay on for like an hour. We try to cut it down, maybe like 45 minutes or so, because you know after a while people they're not watching them. Or some people, you know, everybody got these short attention spans. Not everyone is gonna stay tuned in.
But you know what? I will be live on Twitch for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes, and have 30 to 100 people in my chat the entire time.
Wow. Have you ever tried to go live on TikTok? Because I heard that's where it's at.
So that's the next thing, because you know I got 7,000. YouTube do it too, Miss Diva. The only reason I haven't went live on TikTok yet is because it don't allow me to put my entire platform on there. Like, there's no stream key. All I can do is make a background, and the background will be behind me. It won't be no sound effects. They won't get to hear or see no intro videos, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And since I put so much time and effort into building this, it's like, do I really want to water it down that much to where it's just a wallpaper behind me type deal? You know what I'm saying? Right. So I haven't. So I'm praying, because see, TikTok is weird. Like, somebody just said the same thing to me the other day. They hit me up and was like, I see on your page you having a problem where, like, once you get to a certain point on TikTok, it's like they stop putting your shit. Like, every video I post is like, because like my pin videos 151K, 20K, 25K, and I got 6,817 followers on TikTok, but nobody see my shit. Like, I only hardly get, every now and then I get 300 or 400 people on that view a video, You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a slow, steady grind. Right now, I'm trying to figure YouTube out more than anything, the uploads, and the shorts is helping a lot because, you know, I don't think Facebook is ever gonna let me grow for real. I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm not gonna stop. But I don't think Facebook is ever gonna let me grow because nobody gets my notifications. Anybody else go live, such and such is live. Even if I ain't got them in my favorites, anybody else go live, I'll get a notification that they're going live. And Amelie, when I tell you every single person that's ever been to this show, they always be telling me they never get a notification that I'm live. And I think that's intentional. I think it's intentional because they see what I'm doing. But yeah, let's get out of here before we end up talking about some more shit. And Amelie,
thanks for having me again.
Man, anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you want. I'm going to have to try to check y'all out on Sundays. Sundays is usually a day where I try not to do nothing at all because Monday through Saturday, I be doing so much shit, man. I be fucking. By the time Sunday come, I be tired as hell. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's one of those things we always tell everybody to, you know, get you a drink, have some tea, if you want to have a mimosa, whatever relaxes you, something to sip on, and just sit back, watch it, relax. You know, we always talk about topics of substance. You know what I mean? So you can come, you're gonna gain something. If you guys look on my profile, you'll be able to see my Instagram, and then you'll see it from there.
I got you on Instagram, don't I? Am I on your Instagram? I don't hardly ever do nothing on Instagram. I hate fucking Instagram with passion.
I'm not sure. I gotta double check if I got you up there. I know I got you on TikTok though.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it because I want to check y'all out. So even if it's just me pulling up and sharing that shit and sitting for a little bit, I gotta come check y'all out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be busy, but I'm gonna make sure this. Y'all gonna do, no? I know y'all ain't gonna do it this Sunday because it's Christmas. Yeah, because Christmas is on Sunday.
We'll see.
Y'all gonna do a show on Christmas? Nah, Saturday is the 24th.
Okay, yeah. So we probably gonna skip this week then.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about shutting down for the rest of the week. I think this is gonna be my last show, Amelie, until the New Year's. I need a reset. I need to chill. You know what I'm saying?
Take that break.
All right, Amelie, I appreciate you. Happy holidays.
Same to you.
And I'm tired. Go get you something to eat because I know I'm hungry as hell.
I will. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, y'all. We see y'all later. We out.
Just give it to him raw, yeah, just like that. Go ahead and spit bars while you tip that hat. I ain't never seen a podcast like that, cause I built it from scratch, every part, no cap. But straight up, it can't be duplicated. It's too sophisticated, specifically designed to make your broad crave it. Every morning waiting, in anticipation. They love the high cheekbones in that conversation. Ooh, he goes deep. They supposed to be at work, but twerking in AC. Work for me. Straight up, oh, you got live guests? Yeah, absolutely. The best topics, buddy. All the ones that's juicy. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. Affirmations, wake them up. Wake them up. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. I spit bars and wake them up.